Every year in May, the biggest names in tennis gather in Paris to fight for the French Open champion title at Rolland Garros, one of the most prestigious tennis Grand Slams. The tournament is known to be played on a clay court, but did you know that it's not actually true? In this video, we will talk about 10 things you surely didn't know about Rolland Garros, so stay till the end because you'll be very surprised. Did you know that Roland Garros wasn't a tennis player? You'll be surprised to know that Roland Garros was an aviator and a war hero who was more interested in football, rugby and cycling than tennis. Amongst many other recognitions, he is best remembered for equipping fighter planes with machine guns. In 1928, when it was the turn for France to defend the Davis Cup, the stadium was constructed and named after the famous war veteran. The grand prize, called Coupe des Mousquetaires, actually remains in the stadium. The winner is given a smaller replica to take home. The trophy is so precious, it has its own special trunk that was created by Louis Vuitton. Did you know that the surface isn't actually made of clay? The courts are surfaced with white limestone and covered with powdered red brick dust, which gives the courts their ochre color. Rolland Garros is the smallest Grand Slam. Within a 21 acres complex, you will come across 21 courts, a garden, a restaurant, a bar complex, and a multimedia museum on the history of tennis. To compare, the US Open is twice as big. For the first 6 years of the tournament, it was only open to men. Women weren't allowed to take part until 1897. You might think that Serena Williams is the first African American to win the tournament, but in fact it was Althea Gibson who triumphed at the French Open back in 1956. Her victory at the Roland Garros caused ripples worldwide and was historically a significant movement for the African American community. With the hope of breaking more barriers for African Americans, she turned her attention to basketball and golf and became professional at both sports. Who is the youngest French Open champion? When it comes to men's singles, Michael Chang was only 17 years old when he won the tournament in 1989. 1 year later, Monica Seles became the youngest player to win at only 16 years old. Who is the record holder for the most French Open titles? Rafael Nadal, with 13 titles, is the most successful player and the king of the clay court. When it comes to women's singles, Chris Evert holds the record for winning 7 titles, followed by Steffi Graf. Why are many top players unsuccessful at Roland Garros? French Open is the only Grand Slam which is played on the clay court. The ball tends to bounce higher and slower than any other surface, making the tournament the most physically demanding. Strong ground strokes and solid serves are not enough to dominate the game, as the opponents have enough time to recover. Players who are quick on their feet and who bring variety to the game have more chances of winning. In 2020, Wilson tennis balls were used for the first time and were designed specifically for the clay court. If you want to watch more amazing tennis videos, click on the right.